Welcome to the future.
Alright, hello and welcome everyone to this game that has been hyped up to be absolutely amazing with a lot of backs and forths. My name is Devskimo and I'll be casting this for the second time because I did get into this at first. I realized I wasn't capturing game audio, so I am restarting this. I do have a little bit of knowledge the first couple minutes. So let's just get into this, and if I seem like I know what's going on, sorry about that. So let's get right on with this and introduce teams. On Radiant, we have, oh, I still have directed camera on, that's not good. On Radiant, we have a Russian Spectre heading to farm bot. We have Ultimatum, 37, or 87, excuse me, on the Drow going mid. And then we have Sir Camelot on the Disruptor, Convoker on the Rubik, and White Collar on the Slaughter heading to the offlane. On the dire side, we have Mayonnaise Salesman on the Wraith King, who's going to most likely be taking top farm, supported by Rock and Coke on the Ancient Apparition. Mid is going to be Vigil on the Death Prophet, and Snake is going to be on the Lion with Weaver, probable deadweight on the Weaver going offlane. Looks like there's going to be first engagement here. Lion getting the ward down, and then missing the auto attack on Spectre. Disruptor is here, so they might pursue this engagement. Maybe not the best idea. Vigil is standing right there, waiting at tier 1, excuse me, rather than back at the base. So, and yeah, they are going to go on the line here, trading a few auto attacks. Vigil is coming in, so is Ultimatum on the Drow. Dagger's going to connect on Lion. Doesn't do much damage at level 1 dagger, but it does give that little movement speed boost. If they are going to get some attacks here, gets fogged on that one. Stuns on 2, stuns on Rubik and the Spectre. They are going on 4 here, so Glimpse is back the Lion. It's a couple more auto attacks, and not going to be enough, but does force the Lion back. Now Vigil has to be careful because he's zoned out and 1 against 4. Yeah, so Lion does have to go back to base here to regen, not using the salve. Yeah, the one issue here is it did give Weaver, as well as DP, a bit more time to farm. Drow, however, catching up right away. And the one person who has been farming here is Wraith King, sitting at 2-0. Still tied with Slardar, so Slardar doing a good job in this, which isn't the easiest of matchups, especially once you have the AA supporting, because there's going to be a lot of harass, and Wraith King is rather tanky. More trading auto attacks at bottom. Spectre down to about half health, and yeah, Lion just on top of that harass. Spectre not getting that much farm, partially due to that early engagement we saw, and you know that is one thing that she really has to catch up on. Dagger going out, Spectre sitting really low. That's a really aggressive play. Lift goes out, the Glimpse comes. Don't know if this is going to be enough to get the Lion. He's actually going to be fine backing up. Spectre is low. Spectre forced to do the salve here. Weaver does get an auto attack. I'll have to stop that. But Lion, again, just taking a lot of early harassment here. Weaver staying in lane farming as a Spectre, which is good because Spectre sitting behind right now the Wraith King. Wraith King at 6-1, Spectre 4-0. Obviously not a big difference, but it does mean something, especially if you put the Spectre into that aggro try, and you know, you really want Spectre to get that good farm to do sports. Wraith King, are they gonna? Nope. Wraith King is just dishing it out, really winning top lane here, sitting at 9-1 to Slaughter's 5-0. Slaughter up on the levels by nope, it's actually about even. Slaughter about half a level up. So DP is going to get the bottom rune here, so rune control obviously going, or most likely going to go mostly DP's way. And it looks like DP's actually going to come in bot. Yeah, the runes are coming in. Glimpse goes out. Lift comes out on Lion. A lot of damage coming out here. That's going to be enough. Rubik takes the first blood. And Death Prophet's coming in here. This might be bad for Spectre. Oh, and the Crypt Swarm misses. Auto Tech's going to be enough to take her down. So Vigil and Death Prophet taking that kill. Kinetic Field zoning them out from killing the Rubik as well. So unlucky miss on the Crypt Swarm, but they made up for it. and got that kill on Spectre, TPing right back into bot lane. Top just continues to be farming battle, and the one nice thing that Raiden gets out of this, Drow is now has free farm mid, and there's a few things you don't want to give Drow. One of them is free farm, and yeah, she's now up at 13-2, so just jump to the top of the CS board. 14-2, yeah. So they Vigil is heading back to mid, trying to get her the dagger out on the illusion. And Spectre hopefully going to start farming more. Spectre maxing Desolate. It's a good build. I mean, it's very standard. I don't know if with this amount of harass it's the best idea if you don't want to get some points in dispersion, but both of them should work. Crypt Swarm going out. A couple back and forths in the mid. Top's going to be a stun. Going to be Cold Feet proc on Slardar, and Slardar is going to go down here. Yep, Slardar's going to go down to the Wraith King. So that's a really big kill for Dire, because you had that really farm Wraith King, and now he kills the offline Slardar. So he's still leading at 14-1 to 10-0. So you know that's a big gap, especially because it puts him even closer in experience-wise. Yeah, I think the Wraith King is going to be a big problem here if they don't do anything about it soon. So the next gank definitely should be going top rather than bottom, because I think Spectre, while she's not nearly as farmed as she should be at 9-1, I think Spectre's lane is going to be much safer with the Rubik and the Disruptor than Slardar's, who's going to have to deal with shutting down a Wraith King. Lift goes out on the Weaver, Kinetic Field to zone him out. He does not have mana for anything escape, so Disruptor takes the kill on that. Snake's going to go down, Desolate doing work, Glimpse back, and Disruptor taking that kill. And I do think that's something that should have gone to Spectre. Maybe not the first one because it was a running kill, but the second one, there was enough space to where I think the support should have let Spectre get the last hit, especially because she was so zoned out early on, sitting at 9-1. She could really use that farm. Oh, mid's going to be an engagement. Death Prophet silenced. This is going to be... she's going to pop her ulti, so it's going to be fighting the ultimate, but the Drow arrows are just doing work, and yep, Drow gets the kill, and the rage creep does not quite finish the job. Or, nope, he's not going to finish the job. And, yeah, there's no ult response. A sitting at 5, so close, but no dice. And, yeah, so that's another win mid for Drow. So Drow doing really well here to counteract that farm that Wraith King's be getting top. And it looks like Wraith King's going to go for a Midas build here, which is a little aggressive, I guess. A little greedy. But it's never going to hurt you, especially if you're ahead this much. I mean, it's going to be a 7-minute Midas, so yeah, it's really not that much of a risk. Spectre going for a Ring of Health. I don't know if that's just a value Ring of Health. It might be going for a Vanguard, which I don't think is a good build or good item choice here, but we'll see how that goes. Death Prophet is coming in again, so Death Prophet, the Crypt Form is going to miss again, but there's the Hex out Spectre. There's no mana. Kinetic Field to zone out both the DP and the Lion. Spectre's going to be okay. Right now it's Rubik who's in a little bit of trouble, and they might get the kill here. Crypt Swarm, nope, Crypt Swarm misses. Weaver's going to try and go in for it, but it's not going to be enough. The Gemini attack does not kill him, gets that tango off. And, yeah, overall no kills, but good pressure from Death Prophet to further shut down on Spectre's farm, who's sitting at 14-1 right now. Drow is coming down, so this is actually, Drow is coming down right as Vigil and Death Prophet's heading that mix, so this is probably going to be a kill. Yep, does get the stun off, but needs one more arrow. He gets hexed, and Disruptor takes the kill again. The silence, is there a glimpse available? There is not, but it doesn't matter. Drow's arrows, that range is just OP. Death Prophet is going to get the top rune. And right now it looks like the only wards up are... Oh, no, they actually are Radiant wards. So, just take a sell that. Drow now going top to most likely help out Slardar with dealing with this Wraith King. I think that's the best thing to do for them right now, but They gotta be careful here. Wraith King is level 6. A is about to hit level 6, so A does pop, but Wraith King really can just go to town here. He does have his ultimate. DP with a double damage rune gets the kill with a Crypt Swarm. They're going to stun Slardar. There's no TP reaction, and yeah, Wraith King just gets... Actually, does not get a kill, but that really was a failed gank because they just traded their offlaner, their mid, for support. So really not a good trade you want to make. And now they're going to put pressure on this tier 1. Another engagement, lift going out on the Weaver. The Lion is going to go down. That's going to be enough damage. Rubik taking the kill. Spectre hexed up again. So Spectre is really having a hard time here dealing with all this crowd control and getting any kills. It is, of course, helping her space to farm. And there's a TP in on the... I don't know what that was. Drow just TPs in. But I don't know if they're going to be able to get her. She's going to push him back. Oh, I missed another kill. Looks like Weaver goes down. But it looks like Drow's going to be okay. She's going to run it out. And his ult is down. So, yeah, Wraith King's going to go down here to the tower. And that was just a bad judgment call. They should not have chased that as far as they did. Spectre getting up her phase boots, so that's going to help her a lot with her farm. Yeah, that was just a bad call on top. I mean, they really could have got... Maybe they could have gotten a kill, but they should have just let it go. And it cost them, yeah, it cost them the Wraith King kill. Wraith King, however... okay, he did finish his treads. So Wraith King with treads and a Midas. Still sitting on top of the CS chart at 33 and 4. Where the highest Radiant is still is 26 and 2 on the Drow. However, if you look at net worth, really besides those two, Radiant has a clear advantage. I mean, you have everyone on Radiant above almost everyone except for the Weaver. And yeah, the 6P graph going a little crazy to be expected early on, but the gold graph, clear favor of the Radiant right now, because the Weaver, AA, and Lion are just not getting any farm. And they actually did rotate the Lion mid now to maybe make up for that a little bit. Let him get some farm, because yeah, he's just sitting on a wand right now, which is actually really rough for him because he's not going to be able to deal with this Drow. Bottom lane, yeah, so they rotate DP bottom lane. Spectre now getting, probably working to our next item, which is either finishing that wand or possibly making that Ring of Health into a Vanguard. I don't know if that's the best build right now. Oh, and Drow's going to go on this Lion, and Lion's going to turn around, good stun, but oh no, he needs to get out of there. That Drow, that's... Nope, she's going to turn around and kill him. Yep. That was... Yeah, that was just bad call on Lion. Should have gotten out of there right after that Hex. Or at least after the stun. You just can't deal with a level 9 Drow as a level 5 Lion. It just doesn't happen. I mean, he does have his figure now, but he didn't, and that's what killed him there. Silence going up on the Spectre, so gonna be another engagement bot. Oh, but there's the static storm from the Disruptor, and that's gonna be a dead death prophet. Yep, Spectre getting the kill. Spectre actually haunting for that, and that was a much needed kill on Spectre, putting her up in some gold. Oh, and here's comes there's gonna be Lion gets glimpsed right back to base by the Disruptor. Good job there, because he did have his finger up, and Spectre was dangerously low. Yeah, that 600 damage would have actually probably been enough to kill her. So good call on the glimpse. Good job, Disruptor. Lion is coming back in, so he actually does need to be careful. They are going to TP in Weaver, so and Weaver as well just gets glimpsed right back. Yeah, I need to be a little bit careful about TPing in Disruptor range. It's just such an annoying skill. Disruptor does have his mana boots up from those early kills he got, so that's going to be beneficial for all of them. Lion does have his brown boots now.
Dire's middle tower is all alone in the world, being attacked.
And yeah, the other issue is Wraith King is just continuing to free farm top. I mean, he's sitting just at 50 and 4 now, topping the CS charts, and it's just a fed Wraith King is scary. So just leaving him free farm there might be a bad payoff in the end. And there's the finger being shown off. Nope, Spectre does go down. The double attack, the German attack from Weaver is going to be enough to do it. They do use the DP ult. Drow's coming in from behind, so good call. I'm possibly going to be able to get a kill here. Weaver's waiting on the side. Oh no, but Drow gets stunned, and oh no, that's going to be, oh wow, what a good kinetic field. Good glimpse, good static storm. That's going to be enough for a kill. They're going to, wow, they're going to get the kill. Yep, and there's the kill on Death Prophet. 3 kills going the way of Radiant. With 0 deaths, so fantastic trade for them there. They are going to see some pressure on their top tier 2 from the Wraith King and the AA. And yeah, this Wraith King is getting scary. I mean, he's hitting level 10. He's the only dyer on level 10, but like I said, he's also topping the net worth, he's topping the CS, so he's getting really scary, getting to be very scary. And yeah, it's going to go for Armlet, so really standard build there. And as soon as he hits, level 11, that's another... what is it? 100 seconds off his ult, and at that point it just becomes really scary in team fights when you have to deal with 2 Wraith Kings. Like every team fight or every other team fight. A ult's gonna come in bot, gonna miss the Lion. Alright, if you have really good ears, you might have noticed there that I just fixed my game audio because it was very loud, and I'd much rather have lower for the casting. So right now it does look like it's going to be a bit of a farm period. Spectre did go for the Vanguard. Okay, so I don't particularly agree with this build. I'm not saying it's never a good choice, but especially in something like this where you need to be the source of a lot of damage with a Weaver who basically has 2 lives, a Wraith King who always has 2 lives. I don't think that picking up that Vanguard is going to be a worthwhile investment, especially because it puts you back so much health. I mean, it's going to put you back almost 2k gold that you could put towards, say, a 20-minute Radiance. So, like I said, it's not a terrible item to get. There's definitely worse things, but especially with the slow farm start that Spectre had, I don't know if this investment in the Vanguard is going to pay off in the end. Drow finishing her Shadow Amulet, so that's going to be a Shadow Blade soon to come. Vanguard as well on Slardar. See, I think on Slardar it's a little bit more valuable. He as well, I think the Blink would have been a lot better, or a bit of a better choice, especially since they have so many supports that if you just let them alone in team fights, they're just going to do so much damage. And this is actually bad. There's TPs out from Drow and Slardar. And now Spectre's left all alone here, and she's going to be slow to pick out that TV scroll. She's going to back. That's going to be too slow. They're probably going to find her. Yep, and there's just the stuns. They even used the DP ult. That was just a slow call on Spectre, and I don't know if that was the best call from Drow and Slardar TPing out. I mean, they're going to maybe put some pressure. Okay, they do get the kill on Lion, but they're not going to be able to do anything against this tower without seeing a lot of pressure to their tier 2, so... yeah, and they have the fortification, they have the AI ult hitting on 3, and they have the DP ult to fight with, so it's just not a trade you want to make. So I don't think... oh, the Hunt's going to come out, not going to reality in, does zone them back a bit, so it is a fairly even trade, but they did get that kill on Spectre, so I think Dire still does get the better end of that trade. Silence coming out from Drow. Glimpse back Death Prophet. Beautiful kinetic field to Static Storm. The AA is going to... Close range ult is going to hit. Yep, AA is going to pop Drow. Wraith King's coming back up though, and he's just going to TP out because there's no stuns. There's no CC. Yep, he's just going to TP right on out of there. Good call on Wraith King. And yeah, he's finished his armlet, sitting on another 500 gold. So his next item choice is going to be, most likely another damage item, maybe another attack speed. But it's definitely going to be something offensive, and it really won't be that long. I mean, he's still top in the CS charts. I think this is going to be something we'll see all game, unless they find a way to shut down his farm war. Wraith King is just going to farm here so efficiently that, well, yeah, there's just not much that they can do. He's going to run in here into top solo, and I think this might be a bad judgment call. The A-ult comes in, does hit on 4, so that's a big A-ult. But Wraith King's ult is down. He should not be going in by himself like that. And yep, he just gets popped. Cold Feet is gonna Spectre's gonna die to the Weaver. Actually, it's gonna die. Nope. Oh, Weaver should have used. Yeah, Weaver just didn't get his ult off there from the lift. Got locked down too much. Meanwhile, Drow is gonna chase this line, but I don't think. Yeah, she's gonna have to turn around here. Yeah, not gonna get that kill. And they do manage to take the tower top. And now DP. Oh, she does get the ult off, but again, just running in by herself. Bad call on DP and the Wraith King just running in like that. Really just feeding them 2 kills. And even though it looks a lot like the Wraith King's doing a lot of work, like all their support's doing a lot of work, the Radiant are up 21 to 8 kills. As well as 2 towers. Yeah, 2 towers. So it's gonna be interesting to see how this plays out. I mean, next item's coming out. Gloves of Haste. He's probably gonna build them into, I'd assume, a Maelstrom. And it's looking gonna be team fight top. Yeah, the Connect Field's gonna go out on AA. Glimpse not gonna do anything. Glimpse right back in. Lift goes up. Rubik, no mana to use any stolen spells. Wraith King just gonna kill the Disruptor, get that mega kill streak. His ult is up in 16 seconds, so they're gonna chase this. Slardar's just gonna. He does not have his haste. He popped it, but slow down. Good stolen stun. So. Oh, and there comes Spectre, but Wraith King's ult is up in 3 seconds. Oh, he's gonna get it off. Good use of the armlet and the wand there. He's gonna come back up, and oh, he gets fogged. He's trying to throw out his Wraithfire Blast and just gets fogged. But this is still gonna be that Spectre. It's gonna come in. Slow reaction there, but there comes the stun. DP's coming, and DP gets the kill on that. AA ult playing in for good measure, and that trade just went very much in favor of Dire. They ended up killing both the carries. Slardar survived it, but at this point, Slardar with Blink, he does have his Blink up, so it's a good good investment on Slardar. But you really want to kill this Drow, who actually did just finish a Crystallis. And the Spectre, whose next item is hopefully most likely going to be Radiance to bump up that damage that she's lacking forward to Vanguard. Next item's up. Okay, Disruptor did finish his Scepter there. Did not see if that happened, but that's obviously going to be a big item, especially with all these static storms he's landing that are doing a lot of damage. Is going to just kill the AA illusion there. Yeah, Wraith King next item probably is going to be looks like it's going to be Maelstrom. DP finishing or working on what looks to be her Bloodstone. AA no items except for his mana boots. And the Weaver sitting, probably going to be working on BKB actually, which is pretty good investment. But he's far from that, so I think item-wise right now, the Radiant are still far ahead. And I mean, the gold graph, yeah, the gold graph is 6k ahead. Haunt going out, not getting a reality in anywhere. Looks like it's just scouting it out. And there is a Roche shop. We haven't seen any Roches yet. They lift the illusion. And, oh. Yeah, I mean, I think this is going to be, yeah, the AO comes out to Scout Roche. But, I don't think anyone's going to attempt this right now, especially because they're all converge around mid, so it's most likely going to be a fight here. There's a smoke coming out from Dire, and they're going to have to be quick in wrapping around this before they get popped out. And DP is actually going to go right back in. Silence on the Drow, gets the Crypt Swarm. Oh, and Disruptor drops a Static Storm. Good Static Storm. Wraith King drops right away. He's going to come back up, but DP goes down, so that ult goes. Wraith King comes back up. Rubik still Exorcism, so there's a Radiant Exorcism going out, but a lot of kills going both ways. Wraith King goes down. They're going to chase down the Ancient Apparition. Spectre and Drow did go down there. Weaver made it back, managed to time lapse out.
The Dire's top
Oh,
tower
actually
is doing
just
its
TP
best,
out, it looks
but
like.
doesn't look good.
Oh, and the ancient apparition goes down with a stun. So that fight definitely going the way of Radiant. They did lose their carries, but they killed everyone except for Weaver, who technically a carry right now isn't doing all that well. I mean, he's sitting at 15-0 at 23 minutes without a BKB, without any damage items. So he really needs to catch up on that farm. So right now the real carry hope for Dire is that Wraith King, who yeah, did just finish his Maelstrom, so that is going to be the next item. And I presume he is going to get a BKB after that, just because he does need it. The Maelstrom good for... Oh, wow, and they're going to... Weaver's going to time lapse out. Yep, he's going to be okay. Scoochie out, and the Wraith King TP's in. His ult is not up, just gets glimpsed back by the Disruptor. But they are going to find the Disruptor here, and the Lion Stun's going to be enough. Spikes are stolen by Rubik. Weaver's going to get lifted. He does not have his time lapse. He just goes down. And yeah, they trade the Disruptor for the Weaver and the Lion, so definitely another good trade for Radiant. And they are again up 13 kills. But here comes the Death Prophet. Here comes the Wraith King again. Drow actually coming in from behind, throwing out a lot of arrows. That Death Prophet's going to go down. But it is going to be a trade. Wraith King just going to pound on that Drow. The stun coming out. AA is locked down. AA is going to pop. And Wraith King needs to get out of there. He does not have his ult up. Does have his armlet, so he's going to be able to armlet toggle and probably get out of here. Oh, and he's actually going to turn this around. Slardar he does have his sprint up, but there's no stun for another 3 seconds. And yeah, Wraith King does the right thing here and back up. And they are going to possibly lose this tier. Actually, they're probably not going to lose this tier 2. It's going to get into die range, so that's a good trade for, well, good thing for Dire, but overall that fight they did not trade well. The Wraith King did live, which right now is really their saving grace, and they are going to get the deny on this tower here. But yeah, the Wraith King sitting at 99.5, so absolutely just dominating the net worth as well as the CS charts, sitting a good 1,000 above the Drow on Radiant. Stun's going to miss, Blink Stun, AA ult's going to pick them 1. Okay, the hitbox is on AA ult. It's just, I think it's just random at this point. I guess that, I think that has to just be a widely accepted fact. Looks like Radiant are going to try and fight this again top. Drow is pushing in mid and getting farm from it. Wraith King comes out now. And he's got that, yeah, he's got one of his 3 BKB items. So he's going to be there fairly soon. Stun comes in, kinetic field. The AA just goes down with it out. There goes a AA Ice Blast from Rubik, but they do kill the AA. The Exorcism's now coming out. Rubik does not have his spell still, does get the lift on. Spectre's going to do damage. Spectre's going to get the kill on Death Prophet. They are caught in the Static Storm. Wraith King's ult is up. He does get the kill on Slardar. He's going to come back up. He's going to throw a stun out on the Disruptor. But Drow's just going to do damage to him, and he's just slowed up. He has to get out of here. No, he's just going to go down. There is a... Yep, there's no more damage coming out from Lion. The Urn is going to save Disruptor. And another good trade for Radiant. Really trading that Slardar for everyone but the Lion. And the Lion at level 11, without any real items. I mean, he's got part of the mech. He's got his mana boots, but... you know, there's no pieces of an Ags. Yeah, with what? Oh, okay. Rubik did finish his Ags here too. So, Radiance on Spectre, which is what I was hoping for. Finally bumping up that damage. But the Scepter on Disruptor, as well as now Rubik, is going to be a big thing because the supports on Dire just aren't close in farm. Ancient Apparition has his point booster, but nowhere near that Ags. And Lion, like I said, really just lacking any substantial items at this point. And it looks like they are going to pressure this back in. The Wraith King is back up in a second, so they have to be careful here because he is going to just, yep, he's going to TP you. He's going to TP out of the base. And his ult is up, so they are, and they did, yeah, they are aware that he's back up. They are going to back up. And they do see this Roche, and now this, oh, but the AA ult comes in. Great job on scouting that out. And they have to back off. Drow's gonna die to the AA ult. Yep. Drow goes down, and now this is dangerous because I don't know if they can take this Roche or this team fight at this point. Wraith King ult is up. Disruptor drops a Static Storm. Trying to zone this out. Wraith King's gonna go down fairly quick, but here comes everyone else. Lion's gonna drop to the Haunt. Wraith King comes back up. Is gonna Spectre kills the Lion, yeah. Wraith King's gonna come out, try and get on this Spectre, but he's also fairly low. Weaver's gonna come in. Wraith King gets the Spectre kill, but then goes down. Weaver's gonna time lapse back. Zoning Kinetic Field on the for the Death Prophet, but Wraith King actually does he have? Wraith King has his buyback here, so if they can try and go for this Roche because I don't think Spectre does not have buyback and Drow does not have buyback. So if they take this, it would give them a pretty big advantage. Death Prophet not any closer to Bloodstone, but Weaver did finish his BKB there, so the recipe coming out right now, and I'm surprised they're gonna wait this out. I think the buyback on Wraith King here would have actually been a valuable investment because you would have gotten that Roche rather uncontested, and if they do contest it, you have the DP ult, you have the AA ult, that you can just take a fight in the Roche pit and most likely win it. So interesting call there, but they are going to wait it out. Checking the health, yeah, he's back up to full health, and now they are going to try and go down on this, or converge on the Roche pit. Wraith King back up in 2 seconds. Drow's going to start hitting it, but oh, that's a poor, oh no, that Lion is just out of position. He does get glimpsed back, so Disruptor actually saving him there. He gets the stun off. Shadowbladed Drow. Gonna try and chase him, going actually the wrong way. And oh, there's gonna be a team fight here. Or at least, well, okay, they dropped the Static Storm. Wraith King can get out of Kinetic Field, so that's not gonna do anything. The Blink on Slardar, he's just gonna destroy Lion. But here comes the AA. Ult connected on Drow. The Kinetic Field works. Containing Wraith King, who's going to come back up right now because his ult was up. And that's going to be that Drow. Spectre is going to get the kill. Actually, sorry. Rubik's going to get the kill on Wraith King. And now Spectre's going to push into this DP. And yep, it's the damage from Dispersion that's just going to kill DP there. The Radiance Burn and Dispersion Burn is just too much. And I think they should either just they need to either get this tower or go for Roche, and they are going to go for the tower, but they are missing Drow, so they are missing a lot of their damage output. Death Prophet is back up. Do that Bloodstone. Did she finish her Bloodstone? She did finish her Bloodstone, so that's why she's back up. Wraith King does not have a buyback, that's a big part, but Spectre just going in deep. She's going to get the kill on Lion. Rubik does steal the spikes, but they need to take this tower. And the fortification comes out, so I don't know if they'll do it. Yep, there comes the A, and they have to back up. A does not have a scepter, so it's not going to be enough to kill anyone, but it's enough to just force them back. And I think overall, then that was the worst. That was not a good trade and not a good outcome for the Radiant. They should have taken Roche, or they should have taken the tower, and they didn't either. So it's, you know, sometimes hard to make that call, especially in pub games when you're not playing with a team. But it didn't pay off for them. Slardar is gonna have his BKB coming out, so that's good. It's a good item for them. Yule's coming out for Rubik, so he's basically finishing most of his items. The Veil of Discord on the Disruptor I actually did not see until just now. Big item in team fights, especially with all the magic damage that's going to be coming out. AO's going to connect. It's not going to hit Spectre, it's going to hit Disruptor. Wraith King is just all by himself. He does have his ult up, so he's going to come back up. And this might actually be bad. He's going to come around. He's going to throw out. He's going to kill the Slardar. The DP ult is used. He's going to throw out a stun. Rubik goes down. The zoning kinetic field, fantastic. Disruptor really on top of the kinetic field, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Weaver's going to chase him down. He does have kinetic field back up, so he's actually going to be okay. And meanwhile, Drow is pushing in top. So Drow doing... Actually, Drow is going to have to back up here because you do have a DP, Wraith King coming in, as well as DP with her ult running. Yeah, you do not want to be there, Drow, so Drow does make the right call and back up. And, yeah, it looks like, well, okay, Ancient Apparition further on the way to that scepter. So 2 out of 4 pieces now, so that's a good investment. DP most likely going to be looking to upgrade those boots now, so to get those boots of travel up. Wraith King finishing the BKB, that's a huge item. And he's going to get to, oh, he's not going to get to use it, but he's going to find the Disruptor, and they're going to get the kill on that, yep. Weaver needs to, oh, Weaver got silenced, no time lapse for him. The stun going out, and that's going to be a dead Drow. So Wraith King again finding those kills. Unfortunate death for Weaver just because he got silenced out of the time lapse. But really at this point, if you can keep the Wraith King alive, get the Wraith King kills, Weaver is a secondary carry at best. I mean, he has no damage items. At 34 minutes, he does have his BKB now, so he's going to be able to just harass a lot. And here comes the smoke, so they are going to go for Roche. Spectre picked up a Yasha, so value item, not the best, not the worst. And they did smoke. There's actually no need. There's no wards, no vision on Roche, but there's a haste rune there. They do need to hurry though, because they have Spectre farming the jungle, so fairly close once they realize that they are going to be Roshing. Haunt is up. So this is going to have to be fast. But I think it's going to be enough. Yep, that's 2,000. They are coming in right now. So there's the Spectre Dagger. Is that going to be steal? There's not going to be no steal. Wraith King picks up the Aegis, so Wraith King with 3 lives. Wraith King's going to come in, turn around, and just completely decimate the Rubik. The Finger comes out. Wow. And that's a dead Rubik and a dead Spectre. Just like that. Slaughter's going to try and do some damage. He did kill the DP there. But the stun goes out. Oh, is he going to get that haste rune? He does, but he just gets spiked up and dead. And he's dead. So, good fight for Dire there. They get the Roche, they give Wraith King his 3 lives, and they kill Spectre, Slardar, and Rubik, and trade for a DP, who has a Bloodstone, and is already back up, and has her Boots of Travel. So, using all our gold there, so no buyback, but when you do have that Bloodstone, and that reduced respawn timer, as well as the option to suicide, it's not that important. And it looks like the full Mjolnir's actually been coming out. Yeah, that's the full Mjolnir that's going to become the Wraith King. And they are going to finally start taking towers. So that was really a big turn that Dire needed to get back in this game. They were down all outer towers. And they were down... Yeah, they were down over 15,000 gold. So this Roshan turn, oh god. AA gets silenced. He's going to live though. AA is going to live. Gonna hide in the trees, gonna get out. Yeah, they're gonna fight it. AA gets off that beautiful ult, connects, kills the Rubik, and beautiful play by the AA there, being able to back off, survive that Drow attack, and okay, Wraith King's just gonna go in. I mean, he has his 3 lives. He's gonna dive deep. He's gonna use his ult. Ult pops. Larder pops his BKB. Static Storm's going down, and Wraith King's just dropping. There goes his Aegis. So. Another life there. He is going to get the Spectre. Spectre's just too far out. Does get stunned. Yeah, Spectre is going to go down just from the A auto attack at the end. Wraith King has to get out though. He has no more lives. 30 seconds till it goes back out there. Nope, he's going to go down. The armor toggling. It's enough for another kill, but Disruptor does end that mega kill streak, by the way. So... overall, it's a fairly even trade. I mean, they did get the tier 1 tower, but they didn't get anything more. And they wasted the Aegis as well as Wraith King's ult, so...
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, Wraith King does have money for buyback. And he does have his finished Mjolnir, so... That's big. But also I don't think that Radiant can actually push out of this. I mean, they're going to get some more farm. Drow Ranger working towards that Manta style. Rubik finishing his Scepter. So the next bait with items coming out. Force Staff on the Disruptor. And Weaver is slowly working towards that BKB, so he's gonna finish or be able to finish it now. Sorry, not the BKB. He's gonna work towards the Deso. Yeah, he's gonna work towards Deso. So finally getting some damage output there, which is gonna be helpful because at this point, yeah, Weaver just isn't enough of a presence in team fights. I mean, you have the harass from the swarm, you have the Saguchi running around, but without some damage item, that Gemini attack just doesn't do what it should. And the Wraith King's back up, so Radiant, you know, they get some farm out of it, but they really did not profit from that kill that they finally got on Wraith King, who is 12-7, so he's 2 kills behind Spectre, but also 2 deaths ahead, so fairly even on the 2 carries there. The balancing factor on that one is then Drow, because Drow now with the Crystallis, Manta Style, Shadow Blade is going to do a lot of damage. There's the 300 damage per attack just flying out. Does get hexed up. The AA ult hits on 3, and there goes Lion, just goes down to a Slardar Stomp. DP ult is going down. AA is just in trouble. AA is going to go down. Death Prophet's just trying to run back into base. Actually probably going to be okay here. Yep, that was too deep from the Slardar. Slardar just chasing too much. Meanwhile, Spectre gets the kill on Weaver. Racing's going to come back up, but he's in trouble. He's going to get the kill on Spectre. Not going to live much longer. Goes down, and Death Prophet, yeah, Death Prophet just overextended here. Going to go down. Drow gets the kill. So, really another bad trade for Dire there. He does get, okay, they do get the kill on Drow. That's a big kill. Rubik does steal the Finger of Death there, so big steal, but that last kill on Drow actually changed this trade a bit, because before they traded a Spectre and a Slardar for the main carry. Now they traded Drow as well, so I don't know. It was a fairly even trade. No towers taken. The Finger of Death spell is a big one, but. And I do have to apologize if I'm pausing every now and then. It's because I'm muting the mic because I am a little bit sick. So if I sound sick, apologies for that as well. But I'm trying not to cough into the mic the entire time. So if you hear slightly random pauses or moments of silence, it will be that. Rubik actually looking very good on items here. He's got his Urn, he's got his Ags, he's got his Yules, Mana Boots. Probably going to end up replacing that one sometime soon. And yeah, Lion did pick up the mech, the Mana Boots, but I think Lion is really Lion needs more items in this game. In team fights like the recent ones, if you had that Ag's Finger of Death, it would just do so much more. You know, that 1,025 damage, especially if you distribute it. Especially if it's then AoE, it would help them a lot more. Especially because there's one BKB and it's on Slardar, so yeah, it really would be pretty helpful for them to give Lion the space to get that for him. But at this point, it's really hard to get. So Drow did not take over the CS chart, but that's to be expected. But really, I'm still worried about this Wraith King. I mean, and I think Radiant should be too. Weaver is now about 400, 300 away from his Desolator, so that's going to be a big item for him. But the Wraith King is sitting on a Mjolnir, Armlet, BKB, and 3.3k gold. So they are going to smoke in here, and they're going to, yeah, they are going to see Roche is not back up. It's just about to finish the 8-minute timer. Oh, and they are going to find the engagement here. So Silence goes down. Drow's going to the first kill. Drow goes down. Wraith King going up. There's the Finger coming out. Rubik gets the kill on Lion with the stolen Finger, I believe. Wraith King is going to pop his ultimate. The steal of Sakuchi goes out. Now Wraith King back up. His BKB is up. He's just going to start wailing down. Armlet not toggled, so it's a bit of an issue there. He could have gotten the kill on Disruptor probably. Actually, they did get the Disruptor. He drops to the A ult. And Rubik's going to just run out with his stolen Sakuchi. Spectre's going to be okay. And they are going to pursue this. So they are definitely going to put pressure on the tier 2, if possible, even try to find some more kills. They definitely should. They have no... The Disruptor's down, so they have no zoning capabilities besides the Slardar's CC and the Slardar's stun and the Rubik lift. And actually good call here on the Wraith King to DP back, because they are on their tier 3s and they really can't afford to lose them or get them low. So good call there. Spectre does get hit by the A ult and is going to be building a Diffusal Blade. I think that's a good item choice. That's one of the better ones so far. I mean, the Radiance is always good, but the Vanguard I still don't think it paid off. She did finish that right now, so that's a good item, especially you want to burn the mana on the Wraith King. You have a lot of characters with a lot of mana to be burned, so the DP, the Lion, AA, so Haunt is going to be so much more deadly. Weaver does have his, he does have his Desolator coming out right now, so Roche is back up in a minute, so that's a big thing. If Dire can manage to secure that, it would honestly be, it'd be a good victory for them. They're still behind, not as much as they were. I mean, it's still 10,000 gold and about 7,000, 8,000 experience. But if they can manage to secure that Roche, give Wraith King another life, they can absolutely try and go in for the tier 2s and maybe in tier 3s. And it looks like Radiant are actually the ones smoking into the Roche here. They do have a ward up, so Dire does see this right now. They don't know that Roche... they miss Roche by seconds, and they're going to try and engage on this Lion. Silence comes out, Lift comes in. Lion gets lift, Lion gets dropped. DP ult goes off, DP ult is good, DP goes down. DP ult is stolen, Rubik is going off for the DP ult, but Wraith King is just going to pound on the Rubik. His first life goes down, he's going to come back up. Spectre is pretty close in there. Spectre is going to go down, especially now with the Weaver having his Desolator doing a lot more damage. And this is not good. Everyone except for Disruptor is down. He's going to put down his own kinetic field, so he will be okay. But this does mean uncontested Roche. They're going to go in, they're going to see it's up, and this is going to be an easy Roche kill for the Dire. And I did not see that the AA ult gets the Disruptor. That must have been the closest AA ult ever. Wraith King gets the Aegis, so 3 lives from him again, and he did finish his Skull Basher, and sitting on 5.4k gold. The farm of this Wraith King is absolutely insane, and it's the saving grace for Dire at this point. Did end up selling his Midas, going on to 46 minutes, good choice. Weaver's going to end up building most likely an MKB from that Javelin. No evasion per se that is out yet, but you never know. I mean, Spectre might have gone for Butterfly, so it's definitely not a bad choice to build. And they are just going to go ahead and push this tier 3. And I mean, they have 3 seconds. Spectre is up, Drow is up, so they are going to take this tier 3. They're going to try and go for Rax. Rubik stealing Sakuchi. Wraith King just runs in, gets his ult pop. AA ult connects on 3. The stun goes out on Drow, and the crits are just decimating Drow. Drow goes down to the Wraith King. Buyback from Drow. Then Wraith King also takes down the Spectre. So both carries down. Drow coming back. Drow pops the Aegis on the Wraith King. And Slardar goes down to the DP. Wraith King is coming back in just with a vengeance. He does get glimpsed back, and DP in actually some trouble here. Wraith King gets lifted. He's just going to go down to the Drow, focus fire. Those 300 hits, the 300 damage per hit plus the crit is just too much. Does still crit swarm there, but DP is going to be okay. So overall, a bit reckless. They did lose the Aegis as well as the Wraith King ult, but they did get melee racks, or sorry, range racks as well as the tower, and inline just takes the mid tower. So overall, that's really a fairly good trade for the Dire. They do lose the 2 carries per se, but getting those racks, getting the first racks in the game when you're that far behind, is just a pretty big upside. So it's gonna be interesting to see if Rating can do anything with this with these 60 seconds. But of course, Wraith King is sitting on 3.4k gold, so he does have that buyback. Lion did pick up his blink, so good positioning tool, but still, I would like to see more effective items here. So like an Ags would be it would be a big help. Especially now that Rubik does steal the Ag's finger if he gets it. It's good to actually have that for your team. So. They are going to push the mid lane here, and Wraith King is back up in 5 seconds, so really not getting much out of this. Wraith King comes back up. He's going to just come back out, and they are going to back off here because they do see that Wraith King is back up, and they don't want to fight high ground without an Aegis and with Wraith King up. So good choice on AAL, just stole an AAL, just flies out scouting. But, yeah, so the Wraith King, definitely the deciding factor for Dire here. Weaver actually getting some items up now, so that's always good. You know, has 1 javelin up and sitting on 2k gold. And, yeah, they actually do need to be careful because the bottom racks are getting pushed in by creeps. Of course, that is more farm for Spectre. And Ale, it's going to fly down towards the racks. And is not going to hit anything. So the AA now with Ghost Scepter, Eggs, Force Staff, Urn. So at least that support is getting items up. Like I said, the main worry for me is still that Lion. Lion really could use just an Ags, anything to put more. I don't want to disparage the Blink Dagger. It's a good choice, but I think seeing an Ags on him earlier would have been better. Spectre Hunt goes out, not gonna reality in anywhere. I don't think they're all too close together. And yeah, I think Spectre just realized that. But that does show you how much damage this really does to the supports. I mean, AA was down to about half, Lion was down to about half. So the Diffusal Bait definitely a good pickup. 5 minutes till Roche respawn, so definitely the next big thing. Drow almost done with the Daedalus, so the next big damage item coming out for them. Spectre not building towards anything particular. I could see her probably trying to dismantle that Samiasha, maybe getting an Nesta. Oh wow, she is just going in, completely overturn it and just dies. Static Storm goes down, DP ult goes up, no steal, the finger goes down. Rubik still has the Ice Blast stolen. Wraith King is just going to push in. They are going to get this Rubik. Heals himself is not going to be enough. He just goes down to the Wraith King. To the Wraith King right click, and that's 100-second death timer on Drow. That's really not good for Radiant. I mean, they have, there's no buyback. They don't have an Aegis, but they are able to just push this tier 3 now. There's no Spectre, there's no Drow. The only one up is the Disruptor, who is fairly good at zoning, but not against a 4 push from the Dire. Spectre does have a buyback, but I still don't think it's going to be enough. They can't 2v4 this. Not into the Mjolnir and Abyssal Blade now on the Wraith King. So they're just going to take this tier 3. And with 60 seconds, they are just going to go for racks. They're going to take and bot racks are getting pushed in, so bot racks are going to go down at the same time. And yeah, they're gonna get they're gonna get 2 lanes of Rex out of this. Wraith King gonna just kill the Spectre. He does get 4 staffed out, but who's gonna get the kill? Spectre's actually gonna be a. Spectre's barely gonna escape the A ult. Meanwhile, Lion really low, but there's no follow up. So 2 lanes of Rex, and they all get out alive. It's just not looking good right now. Stolen Crypt Swarm, and DP's low overextended, but the sports are there, and this is gonna be hard to come back from. DP ult goes down. The Wraith King sitting on 8,000 gold. He is gonna get his ultimate pop tier. AA goes down, but Wraith King comes back up, and he just doesn't care. Actually, he's gonna go down. The Drow focus fires too much, but Death Prophet gets that dominating streak, and there's no haunt available, so there's no follow-up for this. And with 2 lanes of Rax down, it's really suddenly the kill advantage for Radiant just becomes irrelevant when they see their base getting pushed in so hard. The gold has finally dipped towards Dire for the first time in the entire game. Experience just doing the same, and next Roche is in 2 minutes. So if they can secure that, I think that Dire have a really good shot at winning this. But at this point, Radiant just needs to capitalize on the dead Wraith King. He does have his buyback. They can't know that for sure, but if they don't do anything out of this slight advantage of having the Wraith King dead, then they're way more certain to lose. And I'm actually surprised we're not seeing the Wraith King buy back right now. Because Spectre's coming in. The Spectre, they do get the 4 to 5, but Wraith King should buy back. I'm not sure what's waiting on. It's sitting on 5.7k gold. And they're going to lose this tower now. At 10 seconds to go. And there's a buyback from a Lion. And now Wraith King buys back. Yeah, this is an odd choice. Drow gets the double kill, but then gets killed by the Lion. Stolen spikes go out. Buybacks are Drow buys back. Disruptor is hexed, going out. Wraith King's now coming in. Roche is back up in 20 seconds. Everyone except for Death Prophet is alive. And they're just going to chase this. The TP's coming out. Rubik TP's out, so he's going to be safe. Lion gets a fantastic spike. He's a little overextended, but actually he's going to be fine. There's no steal. Drow, oh god, Drow is just going to destroy him. Yep, one more goes out from Spectre. AL connects on 3 people. The Wraith King's going to come back up. Spectre goes down to the AL. Wraith King just destroys Drow with that Wraithfire Blast. Slardar goes down. Disruptor trying to glimpse. Gonna zone. Probably is gonna drop kinetic field here to zone. GG is called by the Spectre. This is not a lobby game. There's no GG calls. Also Spectre with buyback. So that's a silly GG call. I don't think. Well, the problem is they don't have any way to stop this. Wraith King's gonna solo Roche here. He's sitting on Roche just bought. Oh, he just bought a full butterfly. So yeah, that's a bit of an issue. That they have no way to defend this mid. AL goes into the base. Something in Russian is said. But this is not looking good for Radiant. You have the DPO going out, so the tier 4s are going to be going down soon. Wraith King gets his 3rd life. Cheese is dropped, he can't even pick it up. He's basically 6 slotted. And now it's just going to be a push straight into the base. One of the tier 4s goes down. Disruptor drops the static storm, but DP is sitting on 3.2k health. She's not squishy anymore. And they're just going to take this tier 4. Yeah, Wraith King is going to go in. finish the tier 4s, and they're just going to throw it. The fortification comes out, but this opponent's very desperate.
We'll see how radiant they'll be with the
They should probably just thrown it. Oh, and the Scotty is done. There's a Scotty done on the Death Prophet. Wraith King is just going to keep throwing it. Stardart gets a kill in the Ancient Apparition, but it doesn't matter. This Wraith King doesn't care. He's going to come back up. That's his ult. And he's going to go... He's going to get lifted. He's going to get... Yeah, there goes the BKB, so no stun. And he still has one more life. Stuns the... Yeah, gets the stun off. Takes down... Nope, gets Yules. He saves the Slardar. But at this point, I think they should have just thrown it. They are in such a commanding lead. There goes the Aegis. And third life. But it's dire straits now for the Radiant. It's not looking good. Throne is below half health. Wraith can get some good kill. Drow goes down. Drow does not have buyback. Drow's the only source of damage they really have. Spectre goes down. And that is the throne. And that is going to be GG. GG, well played indeed. And it really shows just how scary that Wraith King can get. I think he's just one of the scariest snowballers in the game. I mean, that's not new, always has been, but right now, especially a lot of pubs that I see, if you just let him get out of control like that, it's just scary. And yeah, well played Disruptor, a lot of good plays from all the supports really. The Rubik Disruptor, the Lion, yay. So GG, well played. And thank you guys for watching. I will be uploading this to most likely Twitch as well as YouTube, but if you're watching on one of them, or just one of them, please do follow me on both. It's /debscamil on both of them, and I will be putting content out, streaming games, streaming casting, as well as uploading some video content in the near future. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next game.